We are live. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? We are live. I haven't turned my lights on here. One sec. Let me get the lights on. There we go. Now we can see. We got the lights on here, guys. What's going on? How are we doing today? Let's talk some hockey. Welcome, V. Barry. How you doing, Barry? Let me try this again. Bury the Bookie Gang. We got them in here. We got everyone else. Pick City. Shout out to everyone on Twitter, YouTube. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Let's talk some hockey. Let's break it down. I'll go over my record. Oh, shaking the table. Go over the record here, guys. It's been a while since I've been on camera here, so bear with us here. We'll get her going. We got the Toronto Maple Leafs hot rocking, coming off a strong win against those Montreal Canadiens. Let's do it up here like we're going on the ice here, guys. Let's do her up. But anyway, guys, let's break it down here. On the year on hockey, we are 60-48, up 15.31 units. So it's a good start so far. We're ready to rock, and in February, we're 17-16, so we've kind of been middling. But in January, we were 40-29. So definitely had a good start to the year. February, actually, for the last 2 years, has been my worst month every single month of the calendar year. So let's change the tide here. February, let's get the best of it. Let's get right into it here, guys. First game of the night. I got my Excel spreadsheets up here, so bear with me here. I'm pulling them up right now. Like I said, we got 10 games here. I hit 5 bets on the overnight. All 5 of them are regarding 3 games. So I'll try to keep it short and sweet here. First one here, we're looking at Pittsburgh, New York Islanders, guys. Let's see, what do we got here? So looking like Yari and Varlamov. I was looking at this game last night. I was looking at the over initially here, guys. So many defensemen are out for Pittsburgh still. Just looking at a few: Matheson, Dumoulin, Peterson, and then you got guys like Letang who just they're not doing the job right now. Watching this Pittsburgh team, they've just added some new managers too. They picked up Berkey, and guy used to be the manager for Philadelphia. Surprisingly, he went to Pittsburgh there. His name slipped my mind. Hextall. Hextall is now the not the general manager, but he's like not the president, but the spot down from that, guys. Yeah, Pittsburgh's had some changes. They're 5-5 on the year against an Islander team who's 5-4. This is a tough game without Bolivier, for the Islanders. This team's been slipping up a little bit in the last few weeks, as you guys have known. They did come off a nice win though, 2-0. Let's see who that was against here. We got all the stats here, guys. Game to game breakdowns. I'm kind of doing it on the fly here. Usually I already have all this stuff prepared, but I thought, you know what? Let's just do it. Do it live. So I'm just going to pull up the Islanders here. But the Islanders are playing some better hockey right now. The thing is, they only got one goalie, guys. The Islanders, Sorokin, he's a guy who came over from CSK Moscow in the KHL. He's not had he needs some time to still come into his own. And Varlamov, it's a lot to have one goalie in this shortened season, guys. So the Islanders, they're a tough team to gauge, but it's Pittsburgh team. As I said, they're hurting defensively. This is why I was kind of leaning towards the over 5.5. I didn't pull the trigger yet, but let's see what we got here for the Islanders. So they came off of just played the Rangers 2-0 against the Rangers team that's a very strong, not just offensively, but surprisingly defensively. Don't sleep on this Ranger team. Gorgiev went last game for the Rangers. That's a good goalie. Varlamov coming off the shutout. The big thing you guys want to look out too is giveaways. Takeaways. I have the giveaways all right here. The Islanders 6 giveaways last game, and 7 the game before, and that was against Pittsburgh. So they actually just played Pittsburgh, guys, last Saturday, where they did win 4-3. It did go over the total. Looking at the same goalies going again. Islanders, they need the wins. Both these teams need the wins. I would lean to the over here, guys. Let's just see what the line is here. We got the line total right now. Feel free to throw in any picks you guys got, any questions. We're just on the first game right now, the New York Islanders and the Pittsburgh Penguins. And the total here is where we're looking at this game. Let's see here. New York Islanders, 5.5, 1.95. That's at Pinnacle for everyone in Canada. I'd highly recommend using Pinnacle. Best lines available. And I use decimal lines, by the way, guys. 1.95 for the for the over 5.5. That's where I'd be looking at that one there, guys. Over 5.5, 1.95. Can't be too long on these games. We got 10 games to go over. So let's get right back to it here. Next game on the docket, we're looking at Tampa Bay, Florida. Middle of Florida here, guys. Something you might not know, the AHL teams here, the NHL teams are splitting up the same AHL team. That's the Syracuse Crunch. Tampa Bay, that is their team for the AHL, but surprisingly, Florida used to be with Springfield. Now they're with Syracuse. So it'd be funny if they need to have a call up here. I guess Tampa Bay gets the first pick because it's their AHL team, but this should be a good game. Both these teams 9-1, 7-1. Surprisingly, I didn't see this coming from Florida. If you look at their team, they don't have a bunch of household name guys. Barkov, Hornquist came over from Pittsburgh, Huberdeau, Wenberg, Verhagen, Ekblad, Vertano. They got a bunch of kind of like an Islander team, kind of a grinding team. Bobrovsky's in net. I don't know how much I love Bobrovsky right now. He isn't playing bad, though. Nothing bad to say, but the best goalie in the league right now, he's been the best goalie for the last 3 years, if you ask me, is Andrei Vasilevsky. Unbelievable. I see what our V. Barry is saying here. Good power play units in Tampa Bay and the Panthers. I think a shot at 0.6 might be a good look. Over 6, he's saying there. Yeah, over 6, Tampa Bay, Florida. I was initially leaning that way. The offense here for Tampa Bay guys is it's a lot better than what Florida's going to have. Let's get right back to our book of knowledge, as I like to call it. See how Florida's been doing in the month of. That's not how you spell Florida. Florida. Let's see here. So Florida has had games already this year. This month. Against Detroit, 1-2-1, low giveaways. So a very under team. 100% on the power play. Their penalty kill was on point for Florida. Game before that, again against Detroit, didn't allow any power play goals. Penalty kills 100%. Low giveaways as well, but that's a Florida team. Nashville, the team before that, Renee. So Florida's played some weak teams here, guys. Nashville, they did beat 2-1, and then they lost to them 6-5. You just saw what Tampa Bay did to this Florida team. They beat them up. They couldn't do nothing against them defensively. I'd have to be leaning Tampa Bay here, guys. Let's see. Tampa Bay, we'll just take a quick look at who Tampa Bay's been playing in the month of. So they've had 5 games. Both these teams have played quite a bit. I don't know. It is a tough angle here, V. Just looking at those 7 giveaways for Tampa, 3, very low giveaways. Very low. Tampa Bay, these are some good defensive teams right here. Tampa Bay -1, V. Barry saying is around -109. I don't mind that at all. Florida here, they're playing okay hockey, been beating some bad teams. Goalie advantage, give me a Vasilevsky. Power play, Tampa Bay's power play's humming as well. I would actually lean to the under here in this one, looking at the total. But a stronger look probably would be towards Tampa Bay here, guys. Regulation, not many guys are out. It's just Steffens, Nielsen, the backup goalie. Kucherov, obviously, haven't had him. And Florida's pretty healthy themselves. They were without Cross, not too familiar with him. And Hutsko, another guy that's not much of an impact player. So I just see a tight game here. Battle of Florida. You can also, another great thing to do, guys, is look up head-to-head matchups in the past between these teams just to kind of see how they do play. That's always a great thing to do. There's some great websites out there. So I would lean to the under here, but a stronger play on Tampa Bay regulation. Let's get on to the next one here. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. My name is Ego47 on Twitter, and Mr. Gokster on YouTube there, if you're wondering what we're all about. And I also do have a Pick City service you guys can check out. Should have it in the description just below. And any picks you looking to get when I don't have this show, I'll have 24/7 on all my clients. I know we had a great year last year, and as I said, this year a bit of a slow February, but looking to get right back on the dial. Let's get on to the next game here, guys. We will go to Edmonton and Montreal. Good northern matchup. One thing I was looking up last night, guys, is Montreal's been playing lazy lately. They've had a high giveaway, giving the puck away way too much. They're not taking the puck away either. That just tells me they're playing a little lazy, thinking they're a little better than they are. They were looking like the best team. I was on Montreal last night, guys. As a Toronto, look at that. We got the Toronto hat, and we were on Montreal. Oh, like, geez, I should be shot and just, I shouldn't be spoke about again. But Montreal. They're looking at that stat today. you definitely can, or last night, I definitely see why Toronto won that game. Montreal just playing a little lazy right now. Meanwhile, this Toronto team they're just grinding, which hasn't been seen in a long time. But let's stick to this game. Edmonton, Montreal, Koskinen, Allen. Yeah, I'm surprised. I guess because it's a back-to-back there for Montreal, they're going with Allen, but they're going to need to start scoring some goals. This is a great goalie to go up against for Montreal, Koskinen. I can't stand this guy. Great nickname. He's costing the team the season, if you ask me. But this Edmonton offense is starting to hum. Puljujarvi, just looking at him, he's on the first line power play with McDavid and Nugent Hopkins. He's another guy that's kind of resurged this year. Nugent Hopkins on the first line. Tyson Barrie, great acquisition from Toronto. He's doing a lot better than what he did in Toronto. Awful. Happy he's out. And then you got Leon Draisaitl. Second power play unit's pretty weak. Turish, Chason, Ennis, Nurse, and Bouchard. So it's the same old story, really, but you're getting great production from Puljujarvi and Nugent Hopkins this year. So right away, I'm thinking an over. Montreal needs to start putting the puck in the net. They have a much easier opponent here in Edmonton. They do have a good penalty kill in Edmonton, but I don't think they're deep enough. And going up against a Montreal team, guys, they are very deep, especially defense. They got this young guy, Romanov, too. He's just lighting it up. He had a great start to the year. I expect him to continue that. Weber, Mete, they're very deep. Where, as I'm saying, Edmonton, they got one or two lines, and even one line in defense with Barrie and I can't remember who's the other guys at Chason. Sorry, Barrie and Bouchard and Nurse. Other than Barrie and Nurse, I'm not too high on the rest of this defense for Edmonton. So right away, probably lean toward Montreal, but let's just see what Edmonton's done here. They played Ottawa 3-1. Ottawa's not much of a team right now. Edmonton just seemed to have their number. Excuse me. Edmonton, Calgary here. Markstrom. That was just there's a perfect example right there. Calgary, Edmonton from the other night. I expect that game to be very similar to this one. Calgary won 6-4. Edmonton, again, they played Ottawa. They've played Ottawa 4 times this month, and then they played a good team in Calgary, and they just got lit up. So this looks like a great bounce back spot in Montreal. Allen still, he could be a starter in most of these teams. Don't worry about Allen. I expect him to have a great game here. See what our guy V. Barry is saying. Habs offense is dried up on the second and third lines. This is true. I love that second line, though, V. Do you like Allen as good as a backup? I think last change at home, Montreal's depth can match up to Oilers' top line, Montreal money line. Great breakdown. Yeah, I do like that as well, V. Barry. When it comes to the second and third lines, I expect them to get a little more juicier there. The sun will come out and they'll start to do what they got to do here. Sorry, bad analogy. Second line there, I believe it was Suzuki, Anderson, and other guys slipped my mind, but that's a great line right there. Just having those two guys, Anderson, Suzuki, you got the big bruiser in Anderson, you got the speedster Suzuki, you can kind of do it all. I really like this Montreal team. Looking at Edmonton, watching them play, guys, they can put the puck in the net at any point in time. Don't expect that to happen much here. I would lean to Montreal here. Over under, I'm not in love with, but I expect Montreal to bounce back. Let me just take a quick look back to January here, guys, with Montreal, because they had that road trip out west early on in the season. They did quite well in that road trip. So let's just see how they did. Yeah, that was back in January, but we still want to see how they performed. Give it a little time here, guys. Excel spreadsheet's not the quickest. Yeah, nice little hockey talk here, guys. I'll be doing this at least once or twice a week going forward, so look forward to that. And on Twitter, ego47_ is where you'll find the tweets and the updates. So let's get right to it here. So we're just loading up here Montreal's road games back in January just to see how they perform. So yeah, 5-2 win against Montreal. Outshot them. Lost the face-off battle. Low giveaways. Got to love it. What's going on, Nasty? We're breaking down some hockey, my guy. At Montreal versus Vancouver again, played spectacular. Allen was in net too. Gave up a power play goal to Vancouver. That's not saying much. Vancouver's they got a great offense. It's their defense that's the problem. Montreal, Vancouver again. Let's see here. So Montreal, Edmonton. Here's the one we're looking for. 3-1 win. So they shut them down defensively, and it's the same game, goalie matchup. Allen was in net against Koskinen. 1.98 was the line. What's the line we're getting right now? So the line was 1.98 back on January the 18th. Let's see what they're giving us now here, guys. I imagine it's not going to be anywhere close to that. Montreal on the money line. We got a 1.68. So I imagine that's like minus 145. I'd do a regulation here, guys, and I'd sleep well about it. I wouldn't think twice. Montreal, as we've been saying, they're eventually going to wake up here. Sleptwalk against Ottawa. Toronto's just they realize how good defensively Toronto is. You're going to go against an Edmonton team that's not playing nearly as well. Koskinen compared to Anderson, take Anderson any day of the week right now. So step down in class for Montreal, guys. Let's pull the trigger on the Montreal. You know what? I'm going to make that an official play right now. I'm going to put down some bank on that right now. We'll give it out later. Montreal regulation. I'm not going to think twice about it. Oh, sorry, wait. Montreal's at home on this game, eh? Even so, road game or home game. That's a big indication game there back on January 18th when they won 3-1. Montreal don't have that game. So yeah, Montreal is the home team, right, guys? Yeah, sorry, I didn't have that game up, but because the line wasn't up last night. Yeah, Montreal is the home team. I still like Montreal here. Bounce back spot. Let's do it right now. Regulation time. I'm getting 2.04. Let's put down a couple bucks on that. Let's go. Montreal regulation. Yeah, good luck, Edmonton. Good luck, Edmonton. All right, let's get right back to the next one here, guys. I don't want to be too long talking about nothing. Let's talk hockey. All right, next game here. Columbus, Chicago. Ooh, I was thinking about this game last night. I thought, what's going to happen here? You got a Columbus team that doesn't look anything like they have in the past. But if they can get Rowinski back, which it doesn't look like he is coming back, he's on the IR. That's huge, guys. He's been a power play guy. He just kind of maneuvers the puck. He slows the game down. He can also push up in the rush, but he's just so accountable defensively. So you lose him, that's huge. Chicago, on the other hand, guys, I've been watching this team. Dylan Strome, DeBrincat, Kane. This guy, Pius Sutter, he's been just tearing it up as a rookie as well. Janmark, Kubliak. They still have these, it's the same old story with Chicago. They got a laundry list of injuries, but they keep performing. They keep putting the puck in, not so much right now putting the puck in the back of the net, but they're just playing accountable hockey. This coach, I'm really impressed by the coach, young guy for Chicago. You got Lankinen and Korpisalo. Kevin Lankinen, I wouldn't have thought this would have, he would do what he's doing right now coming from Rockford Ice Hogs in the AHL. He was okay, but I thought he had a lot of, he had a lot of work to be done. He had to progress a lot still. But he's really torn it up here, tear it up in the NHL. Korpisalo, on the other hand, he's not having the greatest of years right now. He's on the road. I don't know what Tortorella is doing with this team. He's really messing with them, but they have a really good offensive team right now. Roslovic, he's a great addition. Watched a funny thing, actually. He went undercover. If you guys want a funny stuff to laugh about later today, hockey style. Roslovic, a bunch of guys, Shea Weber, they go undercover, seeing if people know who they are. Quite funny. Anyways, Roslovic, he was one of the guys. Lane, Foligno, Jenner Atkinson, Bjorkstrad. It's a good offensive team in Columbus. Defensively, I don't know about that right now. Chicago, on the other hand, they're playing quite accountable on the DN, but it's two teams that really need the wins right now too. 6-5, 6-4. Every team needs a win right now, you could say. But I lean to the over here. Let's see where it was at. It was actually a great line, guys. 5.5 plus money. I can't. That's hard to say no to right now. I just think it's Chicago. They just played Dallas as well, guys. Dallas is a much better. They're a really strong defensive team. They got big guys back there. They had the backup goalie Oettinger going, or Oettinger, whatever I call him, Oettinger. But he's not nearly as not that he's not nearly as good, but the defense for Dallas is so much better than Columbus. This is a step down for Chicago. Columbus just came off the series. Let me just pull it up here, guys. Columbus came off that series. Who is it against? loading up there. But Columbus, they're playing a lot of overs right now, guys. I'm not too keen on what I'm seeing from Columbus, but I do expect Columbus. They brought in 2 great offensive players. They're not going to be leaning towards unders, in my opinion. They're going to be leaning towards overs. So let's just see what we have here. For Columbus, they have played 4 games in the month of February. Going to our book of knowledge. So they just played Carolina, another strong defensive team. Won 3-2. Weak goalie, though, Neto Djokovic. Now they have Lankinen. It's going to be a step up in class for Columbus. Reimer, another weak goalie. Kudobin, they played a couple games not too long ago. Columbus and Dallas here. Let's see here. 4-3. Kudobin. Oettinger. A lot of overs. See what the chat's going on. What are you guys saying here? Hawks Jackets feels like a toss-up game. I agree. This would be a lean to the over. Yeah, this is a real. You usually find the top of your brain. Whatever comes to the head. Usually, from the most part, in my opinion, is pretty accurate. And the over came to mind right away. Was the over 5.5? Looking at it, I don't know. If you're really trying to break down this game, you can tell it's probably a stay away game. Columbus, Chicago, lines 1.94 between the 2 of them. Not, that's split right down the middle. 6 cents juice there from Pinnacle. And then 1.98 to the over, 1.89 to the under. So it's a tough game here. I'm not going to talk too much more about this game. I lean to the over. Sidewise, oh man. You know what? Take the OT. Take the OT. That's where I would lean towards. Taking the overtime here. It's just such a tough call here, in my opinion. Let's get to the next one here, guys. Carolina, Dallas. Carolina, Dallas. Where are we here? So this Carolina team, they're great defensively. Their offense, they're strong. They're big guys. They have led by a coach and Rob Brindamore, who's a tough guy. He has their team playing tough all the time. Dallas, on the other hand, they're 5-2, but they've been struggling lately. And these 2 teams did, as we were talking earlier, played back in February, and Carolina had their number at home. On the other hand, this is one of the ones I locked in on my overnights. I went with Dallas here, guys. I expect Dallas to have a strong bounce-back game here. Carolina, I can't trust their goalie situation until Mrazek comes back, guys. Neto went last game. Reimer's going to be fresh, but Reimer's a very streaky goalie. He could, he can maybe win a game 2-1, but for the most part, he's allowing 3-4 goals, and their team's going to have to battle. Dallas is a great defensive team. They're going to be fired up. They're going to have Kudobin back in net, who should have been starting, in my opinion, but he had that issue with the coach there and showing up late. So he's now going to be back in the net. He's not going to lose this game. He's going to show them, listen, I'm the starter. I'm sorry what happened when I was late, but we're getting this win here. I love Dallas here, guys. I went first period and I went full game. I got that at nice plus money too. I believe it was plus. Let's just pull it up here. Got it on the spreadsheet. We got two would be plus 1 something here, guys. Come on. Here we go. 2.03 and 2.13. 2.03 is the first period. 2.13 is Dallas on the money line. I'm not even looking stats. This is just me just saying, guys, Dallas is going to win this game. Just trust. If it doesn't, you go. It's on Gogster here. I owe you one. But I really like Dallas here. I can tell you, I got my hard-earned money, as I say, hard-earned money on this game, as we all have hard-earned money on all of our sports games. But going into this one here, not too much more. I just like Dallas defensively. It's going to be tough for Carolina. Strong showing from guys like Hintz. Pavelski, Ben should do his thing. Their defense can put the puck in the net as well. Look for Dallas to kick some ass tonight, guys. Let's not go too much more into that one. Let's move on to the next one here. 8 o'clock game still. Detroit, Nashville. This is a tough one. Where is he here? Is he on the? So they took off Nick Cousins off the power play, as they should. He's not a guy. It just seemed like this team, Nashville, they don't know who they are. They don't know what they're doing. They're led by the worst coach in the league. This guy used to be for New Jersey Devils, and now he's on Nashville. He slipped my mind, the coach, but Haynes, he's a bum. He is just. I'm sorry, but the coach there for Nashville, I can't stand him. I don't think he knows what he's doing. Some injuries here for Nashville. Still don't have Brad Richardson, fellow Belleville, Ontario lad. Lucas Spiza, another big guy, and Ekholm. So they're missing two of their top four defensemen, in my opinion. Nashville, they've just been beat up against a strong Tampa Bay team. This Tampa Bay team, guys, is no joke. Look for them to go deep in the playoffs, in my opinion, even without Kuznetsov. They're going up against Tampa Bay. What did I say? Detroit? Tampa Bay is going to go deep. Detroit here, they came off a Florida game. Both these teams played some tough defensive teams. I would look at it over. I would look at an over here, guys. Detroit's starting to put the puck in the net. Grice has been playing a lot. It's going to be another road game here for Detroit. Nashville, they seem to be able to beat up on the weak, but struggle against the stronger teams. That's for sure. 5-8 for Nashville, 3-9 for Detroit. Let's just take a quick look at the turnovers for Nashville. For Nashville. Sorry, giveaways. Saros in goal, may take a shot with them wings, money line, lean over as well. Yeah, the Detroit seems like a really trendy pick right now, V. Detroit, I feel like I've seen this story from Detroit. They win a couple games and they come back with some stinkers. Is this going to be a stinker? I don't know. Nashville's been just really up and down. They seem to play better against the weaker competition. That's pretty much Nashville in a nutshell. They just can't get up to the stronger teams, and they know how to beat up against the weaker ones. So, yeah, I'd lean towards Nashville there, buddy. But Saros and net, Saros or Rene. I think Rene's playing better right now this year. Saros, tough. He's about 5 foot. Looks like he's 5'9" in the net, but he's having a rough go this year, and he's going up against a Detroit team that Detroit's playing accountable hockey, especially in the D end. I don't know how long it's going to last, but if we can get a 5.5, let me pull that line up real quick here, guys. If we can get a 5.5 on that Detroit game, I'd probably lean to the over. Yeah, definitely. Nashville seems vulnerable 24/7, in my opinion. They're really inconsistent. They're a tough team to be honest, probably to be betting on, but both teams are playing really strong defensive teams. Now they're playing. It's going to be more open, is what I see from this game. It's just going to be a lot more open hockey. And 5.5. I lean to the over there, guys. 5.5 even money. Let's not go on too much more about that. Detroit, Nashville over 5.5. 2+ money there, guys. Next game on the docket. Let's get to one of our bets here. I locked in on the overnight. Ottawa, Winnipeg here, guys. I would expect almost Brossoit to go. Even if Hellebuck goes, I think it's a step down. Ottawa, on the other hand, they are going to have Murray going again. It's a tough situation for Murray this year. He never knows if he's going to be called in when he's on his days off with Hogberg going. Murray's just, he's a young guy still, actually, I believe at 27, 28 years old, but he's just everyone's having a tough year in Ottawa right now. Winnipeg, on the other hand, they have Dubois. He's going to be back in the lineup. It's going to be, I believe, his second or third game. So I look for better things to come out of Dubois here, going up against a weaker defensive team in Ottawa. So Dubois, I really like what I see from Winnipeg too. They've coming off a tough series against Calgary where they played them, I think, 4 of their last 5, something crazy like that. So this is a step down in class for Winnipeg. And Ottawa, they're playing hard, guys. If you're watching Ottawa, they're not like a Detroit team that only gets about 25 shots on net. This Ottawa team's getting over 30 shots on net. They're getting on the power play. It's just an issue of just finding the net. Once they do, I expect this Ottawa team to start lighting it up. They got young guys that can, and eventually these older guys like Stepan and some other guys slipped my mind, but guys like Stepan, some guys they brought in from Tampa Bay as well, Coburn, they're going to start stepping up and leading by example as some veterans on that team because it's such a young team coming. Pretty much all these guys are from Belleville. So, I look at the over here, guys. I got it at, 6, 1.84. I would expect it to go up to 6.5 in this Winnipeg-Ottawa game, guys. Ottawa is eventually going to start going on an over streak, in my opinion. They still give the puck away too much. They got a lot of firepower, but they still don't know what they're doing in their own zone, in my opinion. And their defense love to push the puck up to their forwards. So V-Berry here, one of our guys in the chat, he's saying Winnipeg for sure here, -1 puck line. Reverse money, RML in play here. Is that the reverse money line? But anyway, yeah, Winnipeg here. I don't blame you for taking Winnipeg here. But I think the over, I didn't think twice about it, guys. If you can get a 6, anything from about -125 and kind of topping out right there. Sorry, yeah, reg money line. Absolutely, yeah. Regulation money line for Winnipeg. But if you can get anything in the 6, -125 or less, I would lean towards giving out. It's one of the ones I put on my card overnight was the over 6 between Ottawa and Winnipeg. So that's our third best bet there. Our first two were Dallas on the money line and Dallas on the first period money line. So yeah, just give me a second, guys. Ooh, that's that good OJ. Ooh, baby. All right, next game here. We have, let's see, we've gone over Ottawa, Winnipeg, Detroit, Nashville, Columbus, Chicago, Dallas, Carolina. Let's go on to the 10 o'clock games then, guys. Time to go to the 10 o'clock games. We have here Anaheim and Vegas. Anaheim, Vegas. So this Anaheim, Vegas game, I expect John Gibson to go. I don't know why he didn't go the other night when Miller went. Huge downfall for that Anaheim team, but they battled back. Did they ever battle back? You know, it's quite surprising because this Anaheim team, they've scored, I think, more than 3 goals, maybe once or twice all year. Don't expect that to happen a lot going forward from this Anaheim team. Injury-wise, who they got? Manson out. Milano's on the IR too. Gibson's day-to-day, so, you know, no confirmation yet if Gibson's going. So I don't love this game at all. Whenever you have lines too, guys, that are, you know, minus 180, 190, I don't find much value there. Let's see. The total here is 5.5, 1.82. So definitely leaning towards the over the market is between Anaheim and Vegas. Shea Theodore's out. McNabb hasn't done much all year, hasn't been there. And Nosak and Theodore are the two for Vegas. Theodore's a huge defensive player too for Vegas. So I don't love this game at all here. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, V, you're right. Yeah, he got hit in the face in the warm-ups. Yeah, he should be back. That was quite yeah, because I was going to say, I thought Gibson was going. I don't know why the hell Miller went, but you're right. Yeah, he got that puck in the face. Nasty, why do you buckle your hat? What do you think, you'd fall off? It's just the helmet style, you know. It's like a hockey helmet. It's a really cheap, you know, it's just some bad scheme, you know, it was a market tool. But anyway, yeah, it's the hockey helmet there, you know. And we got the no visor, you know, no visor. It's the old days, you know, better for scraps. But yeah, that's the hockey helmet, Nasty. Thanks for tuning in, my man. Next one here, Anaheim, Vegas, guys. Ducks and Golden Knights. Shout out to everyone in Vegas. You guys are looking for a pick on your hometown team here. Carlson, Stone, Pacioretty, Glass. You know, Anaheim, Steele, Comtois, Henrique, Terry played in the AHL. Fowler's older. Shatton. Anaheim's similar to Edmonton, but much weaker offensively. They don't have guys like Draisaitl and McDavid. Yeah, they put up 4 goals. This is a great game for Leonard to bounce back. You like that over, eh? V-Berry, our guy in the chat here, likes the over 5.5. He's going to take a shot with the Vegas side as well at home. Vegas averaged 3.75 per game. They're crushing at home. I don't doubt it. You know what I'm going to look here? Oh, almost knocked over. Holy jeez, what are we doing here? Sorry, guys, knocking everything over. I'm going to look towards an Anaheim team total under. If we can get 2.5 here, which I imagine. Let's get the totals up here. Team total for Anaheim. I don't see it happening again. You know, you're definitely going to want Theodore in, Shea Theodore. I might wait before I pull the trigger on this one here, guys. But let's just see what we have it at here. Team totals, only regulation time. I just want the normal one. Team total, whatever, regulation time. So they're giving 1.61. That's very low. You know, even a Vegas on the puck line possibly. Lehner hasn't been that good. I think Lehner's overrated, to be honest. He's great against weaker teams like Anaheim. Put him up against a team like Edmonton, Philadelphia, New York Rangers, just teams that have offense. Tampa Bay, Lehner struggles big time. That's when you need to put Fleury in the old flower bower and get him in between the pipes. But Lehner against a team in Anaheim. Gibson, as we know now, he's got the puck in the face. He had some stitches. Tough spot here. Vegas knows they can't sleep on this team. They almost lost that game 5-4, came back with their 4-0 now in their alternate jerseys. Vegas I expect a bounce back spot. Wait to see if Shea Theodore's in. If he's in, Anaheim ain't doing much. Barely scoring 2 goals, in my opinion. If he's out, could be an over. Could be a great over spot here. Vegas win like a 4-2, maybe even a team total over for Vegas. More we talk about it here. But yeah, 4-2, 5-1, that kind of game. I don't see much happening here for Anaheim. Even though they did play a good game, Vegas is a great team in a bounce back spot. Not that they lost, but they did play an awful game of hockey there. All right, guys, we got 2 more games here. What one are we going to? Calgary, Vancouver. Let's do this one. This is the last best bet here. Similar to the Dallas game, we're hitting the first period and the full game. This team's taking money from me. I don't know why I keep going back to them. I think they owe me or something, and that's the Vancouver Canucks. I don't know why I'm doing this. Not so much why I'm doing it. It's just I like this Vancouver team. Maybe I'm a homer to them, but I hate them all. Defensively, yeah, they're looking so much different this year. I wish I had my guy Jimmy the Bag on right now to talk our Vancouver Canucks here, or his Vancouver Canucks. But yeah, Vancouver here, I love what they have offensively. Even though they lost to Foley, it's seeming like Tanev was a huge part on that decor. Now that Tanev is in Calgary with Markstrom, they've really struggled. I don't know who. You can't have Quinn Hughes as your number one guy. He's not like your leader. He's a young guy. He's the second year in the league. God damn it. I don't know what Vancouver's doing there defensively, but they're that's what they're doing in practice. If we can see it, they're working on it. So Vancouver's definitely working on this on practice. The goalie coach is really breaking down Holtby right now and Demko. Holtby's expected, but I could even see Demko going. Guys, wait till you find confirmations on that. Markstrom will go for Calgary. Calgary's playing some good hockey, though, with Monahan, Lindholm, Gaudreau, Johnny Hockey, Mangiapane, Dubé. They're a healthy team as well. Possible over, but I know it's 6.5, so I don't love that. Markstrom's going up against his old team, which this is where Markstrom won a lot of his games, was at Vancouver, so he does like playing here, but I'd always give the advantage, in my opinion. It's tough to say because the goalie's going to want to beat his old team, but it could be a homer pick here, guys, kind of like Dallas. I'm doing it. I'm just going with Vancouver here. Vancouver first period money line, Vancouver full game. Calgary, yeah, they're playing great hockey right now, but let's see. V. Barry's had some great breakdowns here. Vancouver does not match up to the speed. Calgary tore them up earlier in a 3-0 win and a 5-2. They struggle against strong offenses like Leafs and Habs. Not looking good for Nucks tonight. Great breakdown, and that's exactly what's been happening, 100%. And it's not exactly, recommended to go against the streaks or the grain, but if there's one sport I know or I watch and it's just, I don't know, it's just what I expect to happen or just what I see. Calgary, yeah, Vancouver, guys. Another guy you guys might know about is Josh Bailey. This guy's a bruiser, 95. Watch him skating around here tonight. He's going to hammer some guys. He probably will score a goal too. In defensive, they're going to be more accountable defensively. We're going head to head on this. I owe you a beer if I'm wrong here, right? Let's go V. Barry. V. Barry is going to most likely have Calgary in this one. I like Vancouver, but for all the reasons Barry's saying, they tore him up 3-0 and 5-2 in the last couple of games, and Vancouver struggle against the strong offenses like the Leafs and the Habs. Calgary, they do have a strong offense, but they've been known to have these sleepers, these bad games where they just don't show up. Not saying they're not going to show up. They've been playing great in the month of February, but Markstrom's playing his old team, not to mention Tanev is as well. So it's tough to say. Over could be a play as well, but I'm just going to pull the trigger, guys, on the first period money line. I already did, and the full game money line. It's plus money. The price is another thing I had to go with. I would have thought this Calgary team should be about a -130 here. 130, 135 on the road. Let's see what we got here now. Money line on Calgary, 1.72. So that's like 130, 140 almost. So it's right around what I would expect. 2.23. I actually got a better number than that, guys. What did I get here? We got, you guys, who cares about your number? So right now it is at 2.23. We got 2.30. So we got plus 130. It's down to plus 123. In the first period, we also hit Vancouver at plus, for you guys in America, plus 114, 2.14. So, yeah, that's the plays there, guys. I'll go over the best bets one more time. Or sorry, we have one more game to go over here, and then we'll go over the breakdown of the best bets. But, yeah, price could be inflated for Calgary. We'll see what happens, though, but I expect a Vancouver bounce back. Look out for a strong performance from this team. Let's go, boys. Let's cash some tickets here. One more game. Can't forget about San Jose LA Kings, even though people probably forgot about it in LA. San Jose LA, this game, I can't believe I didn't have the over the other night. It was at 6, and actually hit LA Kings live at like plus 300. They're up, and then all of a sudden, San Jose scores a goal, Kane down the wing with like 50 seconds left, and then they lose it in overtime. So, heartbreaker. I didn't watch too much of that game, but did I? So many games going on. But the Kings did bet. Kings do that at home, guys. The Kings are always, that's how the games have been going. Like, San Jose is probably going to be up again, and the Kings are probably going to come back again, and you're going to have a similar situation. It might go 3-3 overtime, 4-2. Yeah, the over 5.5 could be another great look here. If it's at 5.5, I might have to. You're gonna have wait to see the goalie confirmation as well. You've had Cal Pettersson, going a lot for this LA Kings team. He's been playing. I love this guy in the AHL. I'm so happy to see him playing for the Kings right now because he deserves it and he's playing really good. But I know he's a streaky goalie, so he's playing all right. But I don't know how long he's gonna be able to do that. San Jose are going to see him again. Dubnyk could be going for San Jose, who's much better in my opinion than Quick, who would be going if Pettersson doesn't go. So, yeah, let's just see what we got here for the total in that game. Excuse me. So I'm seeing a 6 here. Yeah, 5 can get 5. I guess it'd be like minus 135, 140. 6, I like to try to keep it around minus 130 or lower. 6 is 1.93 at my book right now, leaning towards the over slightly. Excuse me. Yeah, it's a tough call here, guys, in this game. I would probably lean towards the over. This team, both of these teams, I can tell you from looking up some stats, both of these teams they trail a lot and they come back, So what I should have done the other night is when I hit LA for plus 300, I should have came back and hit San Jose for like plus 300 probably when they were down 3-2. So I would wait for a live bet here, guys. Lean towards the over with our guy V Barry here, 5.5. He got it at minus 123. Great line. And also I'd look towards a live bet. Whatever team's down, probably going to be LA after the first period. Hit LA at like plus 300 again, and then wait for them to come back because I see the same thing happening here. Both teams are weak defensively, give up a lot of power plays to the opposition. So, yeah, I look to the over there and hit both teams live at a great live bet opportunity here as they both trail and come back an awful lot. Yeah, guys, that's the show. Best bets here will be short and sweet. It is on the first game, Edmonton, Montreal, over 6, 1.84. I got that at. Anything around minus 125, 130 or less, I'd highly recommend taking the over 6. I expect this game did I say Edmonton, Montreal? Sorry, guys. Sorry, scratch that. Ottawa, Winnipeg, over 6, 1.84. Repeat, Ottawa, Winnipeg, over 6, 1.84. That is the play. That is the one I locked in. I even hit it twice because I thought that line would move to 6.5, and it has. The next one here was Dallas, Carolina. Just love the spot for Dallas here, guys. They played really good in their last game against Chicago. Carolina, I don't trust their goalie situation here with Neto Djokovic and Reimer. So Dallas first period, Dallas in money line as well. Last one here was the one we just went over between our guy here in the chat, V Barry. He's great points for Calgary, but your boy here is going with Vancouver. I might be nuts. I might be love the punishment. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I'm going towards the Vancouver Canucks first period and full game money line as a place. I like the price as well, guys. I expect that to come down a bit, but if you can get a nice plus 125, 130, let's rock with Vancouver Canucks first period and full game money line. That's the show, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Nice 45 minutes long, everyone. We'll be back again, not this Saturday. We got some stuff going on, but next Tuesday when there's a nice juicy card, we'll be back breaking it down nice and early for you so you can get this in and see where the Lions go and see what happens with the goalie situation and the injury report. So thanks a lot, guys, for tuning in, and we'll be back again. And subscribe on Twitter here, Eagle47_ on YouTube. And yeah, shoot me a Twitter or email if you want there, ericguigan@gmail.com, and we can get you set up for our pickcity.com subscription service. So thanks a lot, guys. We'll catch you later and cash some tickets. Cheers.